Charlie, take two.
Once he arrived at the status of where he could make it back and forth to work, we went through all of the normal processes that a company would go through. We tried to put Bill away in a...
I'm Charlie Bradford. I'm the director of the Machinists International Union's Disabled Workers Program. We're here wrapping up a film that we developed that shows when an employer hires a disabled individual, he not only gets a good employee, but he gets an individual who really cares about his employer and tries to do the best job possible. I think a good example of that from our film is Bill Endicott, an employee of United Airlines. And I think if you take a look at his story, I think you'll see exactly what I mean.
Good boy. Good boy. Come on, find the door. That's a good boy. Let's go to the door. Find the door. Good.
Well, we was going for a motorcycle ride. The front of the bike kind of froze up with me. Ended up in a ditch.
Bill had been thrown and was laying on his back, and he'd hit his, face on the windshield, and he was, obviously very seriously hurt.
And they loaded me in an ambulance, and they take me to Stanford, where they had a team waiting for me when I got there. My doctor, he told me he was unable to save any of my sight, and I had detached both of my retinas in my eyes, and that I would be permanently blind.
Within 6 months of his accident, Bill Endicott was back doing a job he had done before. Getting Bill back to work took the cooperation of many people and organizations, including his employer, United Airlines.
I'm Ray Harris. I'm the Affirmative Action Manager for Maintenance Operations Division in the United Airlines. I think the first time I knew of Bill's accident was really within minutes after it happened, because of my position. I'm the person that initiates the meters for the different benefits that are involved. However, the first time that I knew Bill wanted to come back to work was when I received a call from Rhonda Randolph. She's the IAM Disabled Workers Coordinator for the San Francisco area.
When they help Bill get back to work, they're helping the company because you have a long-time employee that has a lot of knowledge rather than bringing someone in the training. And the union's getting a lot out of it in terms of returning one of their own back to the workplace, because unions are about people and helping people.
Bill called me several times himself. He was so positive about his ability to do the same job that he left, even though now he was sightless, until it really excited everybody that I talked to. And most of all, Terry Parsley cleared the way to get Bill rehabilitated to come to and from work.
When this first happened, the main thing when I talked to Bill on the phone was he wanted to come back to work. And if he had one problem, it was he wanted to come back too soon. But so I just told him and discussed with Tom Heller.
United Airlines' Tom Heller is Vice President of Aircraft and Engine Maintenance.
You're convinced it's safe?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any problem. I think we're going to, and we'll be right on top of it. If we see one, we'll try to solve the minor ones, and if not, we'll come back to you and change the game plan.
Did you talk with Dennis Austin?
Yes, we have.
Fine. All right, let's go ahead. And I finished my cane training in 4.5 weeks instead of 18 weeks like they said it would take. And then I wanted to get a dog to go back to work.
Bill got his dog Willie and the training they needed through International Guiding Eyes, which is sponsored by the Machinist Union. International Guiding Eyes has given guide dogs to nearly 2,000 sightless people, helping them live full, productive lives.
Well, I walked a pretty good gait, but wasn't used to walking the gait this dog was trying to take me at. And after a while, he and I finally got it together. I thought I'd gotten tied up with a racehorse.
Once he arrived at the status of where he could make it back and forth to work, we went through all of the normal processes that a company would go through. We tried to put Bill away in a small room, okay, doing a very sedentary job. close to the elevator. All of those things happen.
However, as time passed, Bill had other ideas. He wanted to come into the shop and do the job that he'd done before. As you can see, standing on his feet in an open area, a lot of complicated tools, a really very complicated module of the engine. He's a very talented mechanic. He's an A&P mechanic. He has his airframe and power plant license. I was aware of it. He had a reputation of really being a craftsman, a real technician. And if he had the spirit, I thought, well, why not? Let's give it a try.
United was really helpful in this, that they was going to fix the tools with Braille on it and everything like that, which I told them that I haven't really learned to read Braille yet. As long as they had somebody that would show me where the tools were and they didn't move them, that I would have no problems with the tools, because I've worked with the tools long enough that I can tell by touch which tool I need. And if I needed any help in any way, to let them know, and that they would be glad to fix it for me and assist me in anything that I needed. Really, that's it.
The employers have a lot of feedback that's positive, because we're having an opportunity for a union and an employer to work closely together in a positive way. And some of them are a little skittish at first, but they say, hey, you know, this was really good. We're really pleased with this.
I just think of Bill as another one of the talented mechanics here in the operation, and there really isn't any special treatment for Bill. I'd say the only adjustment is that we brought in the box and the carpet for Willie, and you really can't consider that much of an adjustment.
Over 60% of the modifications an employer has to make cost less than $100. Over 90% of the modifications an employer has to make is less than $1,000. Well, we hope so, yes. I think if we keep doing...
Another employer who cooperates wholeheartedly with the projects with industry program is the Boeing Company. Boeing's treasurer, Jack Pierce.
Let's take the most selfish viewpoint. What is the greatest self-interest in the eyes of the employer? The work ethic of the disabled citizen himself on the job is absolutely outstanding. He's there, and he means business, and he's very productive. And on time and on target. I think the experience going across the matrix, all the various types of disabilities where people have been reemployed, put into the workforce, they've been good employees, very productive, carried their own weight, and perhaps even set a standard of behavior for the rest of the employees to follow. If there's anything more we can do, then please let us know.
We certainly will. You've been a great help.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks
you
so
very
much, John. Take care.
Have a good day.
All right.
Marker?
Charlie Apple, take 2.
I hope the message of our film is clear. Hiring the disabled worker is good business. When government, public agencies, unions, and employers work together, more people go to work. It's good for America, and it's good for our economy. We hope you'll continue to work with us and hire the disabled worker. It is good business.
And cut.